that is very, very easy to be ripped off. And I think there's probably a good 5 or 6 points here. I've actually personally invite cares to go back through my Twitter feed and have a look at those as well. But there's pros and cons to all. But I think one of the more important ones from a business and technical design perspective as well is assurance that things keep working as expected. So the ERC20 token standard is indeed a standard, and that provides some confidence in respect to making sure that no nasty surprises come along that might disrupt the operation of our business or our system as it exists.
I mean, so you're talking about, I guess, divorcing yourself from Bitcoin or Ethereum to not be affected by the volatility. But one could argue Ethereum are more stable than a brand new ICO token, right? Altcoin on Ether Delta, right?
Yeah, look, it's a speculator's market right now. So the reality is that for most new businesses using ERC20 tokens, that their token also experiences significant volatility, usually because the utility value hasn't been truly realized yet. Right at the moment, we are yet to roll the token out to MyVote, let alone some of our other customers which are coming on board. Now, over time, the price settles because where we wind up is a true utility value based on our actual business performance and the volumes and usage that relate to customer activity. And indeed, the volumes of the tokens that will be coming through the system will probably significantly outweigh free market trade as well. So over time, like with most blockchain-based startups utilizing a token, as they reach some level of maturity, that volatility tends to settle down, and instead of being a price based on speculation, it's a price based more on the reality of their operational.
All right. And somebody's asking how this will increase the value of the token. And so when you guys purchase the tokens or behind the scenes, right? Are they burned? Are they just staked? Are they kind of just locked up, being used by the customer? What happens?
Nemo,
and how does the value
Nemo can talk to this as well, but for anybody interested in sort of getting their head completely around our token mechanics model, if you head to medium.com/Horizon State, which is our blog on Medium, just yesterday Nemo published a really thorough article which talks about how all this works so people can get their head around it with some clarity, and we've had really, really positive feedback on Telegram. People seem pleased, which is great for us. It's been a positive reception, which we're happy about. Is there anything you want to go into here, Nemo?
Hey guys, just doing a quick live. How's everyone going out there? Hope you guys can hear me. I don't know if you heard the live AMA with Horizon State. And good morning guys, good morning Scott, morning Simon, Gordon, how you going mate? So this one here is Horizon State, the one that was just on the screen. This one is called the Decision Token, and as you can see it's gone up 25% lately. I am holding this Decision Token. I purchased this after the ICO, so that's why I'm telling you about it. I didn't think it was a really good ICO. There's a couple of things that were you know, it looked like it was like a weak buy, but it's coming along very strongly now. So you know, I bought some 4,000 worth, 4,000 Horizon tokens. So whatever that is, cost me, I think it cost me about 1,000 USD. No, sorry, 2,800. Let me check my phone. Yeah, I put $1,000 into it. So I'm already up $125. So obviously this is not a financial advice. This is just, you know, what I'm doing is I'm getting into these ICOs that have just hit the market, and because they can be a bit iffy, they can go either way through the ICO stage. But you know, we saw this with Substratum as well, right? So Substratum was a perfect example of a ICO that didn't score that well. And I actually bought some substratum, but I already sold it. And it's taken a huge spike here just recently. But substratum was also another one that was very similar to, you know, iffy either way. I'm pretty sure they didn't have a prototype, but then they've come on strong afterwards. Substratum's only got 352 million total supply. So again, with Decision Token, there's only 48 million. And this is an Australian ICO, right? So this is an Australian ICO, and it's a voting mechanism. Basically, it's voting on a blockchain, so then corrupt politicians can't rig elections, and they can see it all the votes on the blockchain. So this is so what they're doing is they're hitting like B2B. They're hitting like governments. So the potential of this is massive, but again, it's still at its early stages. And I think that they're doing a lot of media. They're doing there's a lot of talk on social media about it. Definitely the creators are meeting. Recently I heard they had a meeting with United Nations or something like that. You can follow them on Twitter. Now again, this could go either way. You don't know. It's just it could be an investment that could be a dud. So you have to really just have to, before you invest any money, you have to really sort of look into it and see whether it's a good token. So now it's past the ICO. It's at the exchanges. Okay, so this is sitting on because they were talking about when's it going to get on Bittrex, when it's going to get on Binance. People want to, and the more markets it gets on, the better. So it's on KuCoin, EtherDelta, Cryptopia, and Livecoin. So it's still early days for this one. I'm hoping that this can go to at least $3. The token supply is pretty low, and the market cap right now is pretty low. It's only like 12 million. But that's so low, So I think that once this gains momentum, once it actually there's a real serious user case for it, an actual it doesn't even have to be at government level or like at country level or at that stage. It doesn't have to be a national election. It can just be because it's a voting mechanism. So this can be used in the community. It can be used in small type of even events where people need to vote, and it has to be all transparent. So I think that if they start off with smaller user cases, and then obviously work their way up to governments, once it hits some type of government that actually uses this uses their platform, this could really blow up. But I think that it's a really good ICO on what they're trying to do, and they're fully transparent. Aussie team, they've got a lot of press in the media. They've got a lot of people behind them, and legit ICO. I think this could go. It could go a long way again if the user case is. But that hasn't happened yet. All right. So this is the risk that you're going to take. So I've thrown $1,000 at it because I think that it has potential, but it hasn't got there yet. So it's still very risky. But you can tell from when the owners get on, they get on camera and they talk about it, and they're very active in social media. They have offline events. These people are all fully transparent, right? They're not hiding nothing. Not like these scam lending programs. You don't ever see those people show their faces, right? Because it's an obvious scam to begin with. But that's why I do these legit ICOs, right? The only way that you're sort of going to fail with it is if you back a project that doesn't go anywhere, right? You get into these legit ICOs, they're not going to scam you. It's just that some of them will work, some of them won't, right? So your money is a lot safer when you do these legit ICOs. Now, again, this is not financial advice. This is what I've done. I've purchased, what, 2,800, I think. Let me just have a look at my portfolio. Yeah, I purchased 2,800. So, like I said, if this goes to $3, you know, I'll be very happy. I could probably, what's that, 3? Yeah, if it goes to $3, which I think will take, I think, you know, it's not going to happen immediately. It's probably going to take 3 to 6 months. So this is not a get rich, okay? This is just like a investing in a real. So that's like a 8x my money. So, you know, but I've got many of these going. You know what I mean? I've thrown $1,000 at multiple post ICO, I call it post ICO. So they just, you know, it's like getting into like an Omi's Go. You know, like when it was really just new, right? Getting into these projects where they've passed the ICO stage, right? They've got over their ICO now. They're getting into the market and they're getting to only a few exchanges, but the risk that has passed in the sense that they come to market, right? Still a lot of risk there, but there's less risk there. Now you're gonna pay a little bit more. I think Decision Token was, I don't know the ICO price. I think it was ICO. I'll have to check. It might have been around about 10 cents, I think. Here we go. So they only raised 893,000. That's all they raised, and it's already 4x. All right, so it's already 4x. This is why I think this is going to be like it has some risk, but I think that it's totally undervalued. So it's 4.5x, so it's now 39 cents. So we're looking at probably, I don't know, 8 cents, right? I didn't get into this ICO, so I paid more for it now, but then again, there's less risk. So maybe I should have got into it, but I mean, you can't get them all, right? So yeah, this was about 8 cents, 7 cents. It's now 39 cents, okay? And it's going to get on more exchanges, just a matter of time. So yeah, I've thrown $1,000 at it. So this is just one example. I've got multiple of these going, or I've got many of these going. I think it's a safe bet to throw $1,000 at an emerging, really good, potentially a really good ICO that is a legit ICO, won't scam you. And if you can get like a 5x on it, there's $5,000. Put $1,000, yeah, there's $5,000. But you got 10 of these going, you know, the chances of them scamming are very, very highly unlikely. The chances of them not going anywhere is still possible. The chances of them that they could, you know, moon, it's still possible, but most of them won't. But, you know, you only want to sort of double your money or triple your money. And if it takes 3 months to do that, it's worth it. Because you got, you know, you might have 10 of these lined up. So we talk about this in the ICO Gold Rush. Post ICOs, so lucrative right now, and it's knowing when to get in. First of all, it's knowing which ones to go into, which ones to go into, when to go into them, where to buy them, and when to exit. Right. So yeah, it's just another way to make money with ICOs. You know, I mean, there's so many different ways to make money with ICOs, different strategies that we talk about, and it's very lucrative. And I literally have my hands full. I don't have time to do anything else. So check that out. Again, this is not financial advice. This could be a dud. So far, it's going well. Um, it's a good Aussie ICO. Put that next to Power Ledger. There's two up for the Aussies. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Oi, oi, oi. So, you know, we're a friendly crypto nation with legalized Bitcoin as a legal currency. Then they could tax the shit out of us. And then there's thousands of ATM machines going all over the place in Australia. They're rolling out both fiat in, fiat out. So you can buy Bitcoin and you can sell Bitcoin. They'll sell you the Bitcoin, but you can buy it with fiat. So freaking awesome. So for once, us Aussies are got our shit together with one thing. This doesn't happen too often. So we're taking a leaf out of a page out of the Japanese. The Japanese are like so crypto friendly. It's unbelievable, you know. So yeah, I'm excited about a lot of things because I know that I've got so many buns in the oven, if you want to say it. All right. I'm just waiting to cash out. Like I've got some big ones coming that are going to cash out. I'll let you guys know about them. Obviously, I'll tell them after the fact that I've cashed out. I'm not going to tell you before. You need to be in ICO Gold Rush. You would have known about those ones, right? So I get this question many times, and I have to tell you about it because I mean, it's not funny. It's just. I just have a little bit of a chuckle to myself because it's really where the industry is at, and the mindset of people, and they say to me, oh, ICO Gold Rush is $1,099. It's too expensive. It's too expensive to get into. But then I see people that are throwing in, you know, 3, 5, 10, 20. $30,000, $50,000 into these scam lending programs or these, you know, rev shares. I mean, I did it too, right? And these things aren't even half lit. Like they're not even a sustainable business model, right? People buying in these investment packs and buying all this sort of stuff, right? This stuff is it's just the life expectancy model of those type of investment vehicles is very, very slim, but they'll throw tens and thousands of dollars at it. But then when it comes to investing in themselves, right, they're very hesitant to invest in them actually selves, you know. So this is where the mindset of these people are, right? They don't want to invest in themselves, but they'll throw tens and thousands of dollars willy-nilly at something because it's easy to do, right? It's the easy thing to do, right? Then they don't have to shed the responsibility. Whereas if they invest $1,099 into something that's going to actually teach them, and they actually have to do work, that's too hard, and they have to accept the responsibility, the consequences, and the what's the word? When they succeed at it and they make money from it, like that's their celebration, right? But most people I see online, they're just willing to. They don't want that responsibility. They want that responsibility in an admin. So then, when that scams, then they can say to themselves, "Oh, it's scammed. It wasn't my fault. I'll just go on to the next one." And this is what I'm seeing. Majority of the people online, they join these programs and they don't want to take any responsibility. They just want to throw money at something because, you know, their buddy is doing it, and there must be a whole bunch of people, and there must be tens of thousands of people into it, so then it must be legit. So we just follow the herd, right? Sheeps to the slaughter. And once you go against the grain, once you do things that are hard, right? I want to tell you now, getting to the level where I am now is been a freaking struggle. It's been a struggle after struggle after struggle. I mean, I came to Thailand with, like, I was on $50 a day. That's when I came to Thailand. I left my job. There was nothing going back. I sold all my shit. I had a plane ticket. I just got off the plane, so I'd never had the plane ticket was over. I had 2 bags. I had about 7,000 USD in my account, and I was on $50 a day with MPA and maybe a little bits and pieces, drips and drabs, but it wasn't a lot, right? So there was no going back for me. So I had to make it work. So I purposely put myself in that situation, and it scared the shit out of me. But there was no going back, so I knew that I had to get to work, right? And it's been a struggle. Like, this whole time, I struggled for about the first 6 months because programs kept on dropping off, and just happened to be that MPA at the time, it stuck, right? It stuck long enough for me to make some money. Then I was able to build investments on top of that, build my Genesis portfolio, get into trading, and now I'm into ICO investing. So I know all about struggles. I know about taking the hard road, and it's people don't want to take the hard road, but the hard road is the way to success, right? And if you have an honest conversation with yourself and you say, look, I'm gonna take the hard road, and I'm gonna make a decision that I'm gonna do what it takes to make it happen, right? See, most people don't do that. They won't do it. They're too scared. Fear is holding them back, right? So when I left Australia, I drew a line in the sand, and I said, I'll do whatever it takes. And I kept my commitment to myself. So when it came to doing webinars, when it came to doing live streams, when it came to doing videos, when it came to doing interviews, when it came to talking on the phone, when it came to talking on Skype, when it came to public speaking, when it came to going to the event, right? I made that commitment. I was never going to break it, and I found success. See? So what stops people is when they come to this point that the rubber hits the road, they just make excuses, and they go back on their word, and they never move forward. See, so once you say to yourself, I'll do anything what it takes to succeed, and then when you come and hit a roadblock, you always hit roadblocks, right? You'll always hit a wall, and that wall is there to test you to see whether you got it or whether you don't, whether you got the balls or whether you just marshmallow and you just go back and revert to your old ways because it's an easy thing to do. And you don't want to face your fears because you're scared, and I get all that. I understand it, all that. Trust me, I know it, been there, done it, and it's difficult at the time, but it's all temporarily. When you smash through that wall, and you're going to think back to yourself, what the fuck was I thinking? You know what I mean? What was the big deal about it? And now it just becomes second nature to you. You still get little goosebumps, but it's like anything. Once you do it over and over and over again, it's like riding a bike. You don't even blink an eye, right? It's just automatic, right? Think about something that you do every day that's automatic. You don't even think about it, right? You just do it. You don't have to think about it. And all the challenges that you find difficult now, if you just repeat over and over and again, you screw it up along the way. People, who cares what you look like, and you mightn't be the right, you might have the right skin tone, or you mightn't be aesthetically pleasing, or you might be ugly, or your language, you struggle with your language. You mightn't be a first language. English mightn't be your first language. You're going to struggle with all these things, but you know what? It doesn't matter. Just keep on going, going, going. And eventually you're going to become fluent. You're going to be able to talk to people. You're going to improve yourself, and then you're going to become good at it. And then it's going to become second nature, right? It doesn't really matter. You just have to keep on going forward. Every day you have to move forward. Every step you have to do something that's going to move you forward in your life. Because if you don't, you're going to remain where you are. And if you're still in your job, and you've been watching my goddamn freaking live streams for the last 2 years, and you're still where you are, the only reason why you're still where you are and you're still broke as a joke, right? Is because you haven't challenged yourself. You haven't moved out of your comfort zone. That is the only reason. I know many people that have been watching my live streams when I was in Australia and I was broke as a joke, right? And I was surviving week to week, right? And they saw me. They could relate to me, right? But now I probably don't relate to them, right? Because I've moved on. I've moved forward. You know what I mean? I didn't want to... The state that I was in was just temporary. The state that you're in right now is temporary. You might be broke as a joke. You might have $50 to your name at the end of the week. Doesn't matter, right? What you have is you can change your situation if you just have the will to succeed and you put in the work, right? You can do it, but it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of effort, and you're going to be challenged many times. So when you hit these walls, you're just gonna have to break through them, right? You're just gonna have to keep on moving forward and do the things that are uncomfortable, because I can tell you now, guys. I can tell you now, if you do that and you move forward in your life, your whole life is everything that you want in your life is gonna come to you. It's like this magical dream. You finally wake up one day and you look and you've got 6 figures in your account, and you can buy anything you want. You can travel anywhere you want. You can go there first class. You don't have a job. You make tens and thousands of dollars a month, right? My friends in Australia have no clue what I do. They have no clue, right? They think working a day job, making whatever they make, is good money. And it is. Don't get me wrong. But if they knew what I was doing, they wouldn't believe it. So I don't even tell them. There's no point, right? They don't understand it. They don't even know what Bitcoin is, okay? So there's no point. So there's nothing wrong with jobs, nothing wrong with all that sort of stuff, right? But if you don't have money at the end of the month, right? In my opinion, there's a problem. If you want more, then you're gonna have to do more. You're gonna have to get out of your comfort zone. All right? How's everyone going on YouTube? Hey Steve, hey Rob. I want to tell you something. Hey Dayaronosh. How you going, buddy? Hope I didn't say your name properly. Dayuash. What's going on, man? I do want to say one thing though. Some of my live streams I get a lot of views. Some of them I get 700-800 views. Some of them I only get like 100 or 200, right? But the one thing is, my viewership is actually going down, right? I'm getting less and less people watch my videos, all right? And I'm excited about that. You know why? Because what I discovered was most of the people that were following me before were the get rich people mindset. Get into programs, get into these risky programs, and now they're shearing away because that's not what I'm about. I don't want to be associated with high risk programs or anything like that. I'm after people that actually are sick and tired of that bullshit and want to actually legitimately make money online, right? And I've done the full gamut. I've done the full course. I've done the whole been around the block thing, you know. And I'm finding that my viewership is going down, but the quality of the people that watch my stuff is a lot higher, and that's good in a way because it's weeding out the people that, you know, are in these scam programs that think that that's the way to success. I can tell you now, it's not the way to success. You might make a little bit of money here and there, right? But then you get addicted to those scam programs, and it changes your mindset. You're always after this get rich quick sort of thing, right? So you're attracted to more of what you think in your mind, and long term, it's destructive. It's more destructive, right? So that's what I'm finding. Less people watching, more quality people, which is awesome, and that's fantastic. Loving that. So that's pretty much it. You know, sometimes I talk a little bit long, and you know, I keep on blabbering on. But look, just check out Decision Token. Again, this is not financial advice. I think it's a good ICO, but it's still marinating. All right, it's still at early stages. Once they get user case, then this could blow up. Right, this could seriously blow up. You know, this could go once there's actually a credible kind of organization that uses their system for voting, and there's many actual avenues that they could take this, like especially if they take it to America. There's big organizations that can use this technology. For example, they could take it to gun lobby. They could take it to different churches, right? Even the churches in America. There's many different communities that could use this voting system, because they have a huge, you know, they're into the millions of their the user base, right? Their customer base is massive, and they can use this type of platform. I think that's where they're going to start. Just start with the smaller ones, and then work their way up. Get a couple of user cases. That's going to build the value of the token, and then if they get to government level or some sort of government that wants to use their system, then you know it's going to moon, right? It's like pick your Lambo color. So yeah, I'm pleased about this one. It's a long-term one, okay? It's not a get rich quick. But if you got 10 of these going, you know, it's easy money, guys. So I got 2,800. If it hits $3, I'll make about 8,400. That's my goal with this. Let's see if hang on, no, sorry, that's not right. $3 divided by 0.38. Yeah, about 8x. So yeah, looking at 8x for this one. So I put in $1,000. So yeah, about 8,000, 9,000 return. So yeah, I'll just keep an eye on this one. Okay, all right. Just go to crypto coin cap and just type in HST, and you'll come to Decision Token. All right, just keep an eye on this one. Thought I'd let you know about it. With that said, I think that's pretty much it. Don't want to bore you guys. Live stream's going for already half an hour. What's your thoughts on there was a question here. Let me just refresh that. What's your thoughts on USI BTC packages versus Genesis mining BTC packages? Well, I make about $360 a day in Genesis. That's just from the mining, and I'm not involved in USI Tech. So I think, Jeremy, there's your answer. What do I think of USI Tech? I don't think much of it all, right? I don't think much of it all. But that's just my opinion, okay? Then again, I don't do programs anymore, okay? I can just see where USI Tech is going, all right? And you take all the hype and all the FOMO away, what have you really got? You know what I mean? You got a rev share that was making money, that was going to run out of money, and then they brought in the ICO, which has rejuvenated it. So one thing they have done is innovate, but paying 1% per day is a recipe for failure, and it's nothing about USI Tech. It's about these programs that are paying 1% per day. It is a recipe for failure, right? Because the famous Cliff High BitConnect video, the host, can't remember his name, he punched in $10,000 at 1% compounded for 3 years, will return $5.1 billion. Now if you do that the same with USI Tech, It's a recipe for disaster. It's going to come crashing down. It's not sustainable, right? No matter how many mining, no matter how much whatever, right? It's not sustainable. Mathematically, it's not sustainable. Now, great for USI Tech because they've innovated. You know, they're on the ball. They've got these things that they're saying that they're going to do. Initial coin offering, blah, 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 blah. I don't buy into it, okay? I've seen it all. I don't buy into this stuff, okay? 1% per day for 3 years is $5.1 billion, right? Compounded. There's your answer. End of story. I don't care if you innovate to the moon. So that's just my opinion, but then again, I've got a biased opinion on it because I don't do programs. You know what I mean? So people might say, oh, you know, you're nothing but an arsehole. You're just trying to bring, you're nothing but a hater, trying to bring USI. No, I'm not trying to bring USI Tech down. I understand mathematics. You need to understand mathematics, whether it's BitConnect, whether it's US Tech, whether it's whatever the fuck it is, right? 1% compounded for 3 years is $5.1 billion return. Now you tell me, is that sustainable or not? And if the answer is no, then that is all you need to know. Okay? Simple mathematics. So best of luck to those people in USI Tech. Hope it works out for you. I have a lot of friends in USI Tech. Right? So by saying this stuff, it might offend them, but they know that I just keep it real, right? It's nothing personal against them. It's just the way it is, right? And I hope they understand that. They know me, you know, they know me. That I call a spade a spade. Like, I'm not gonna say something if to not offend them when it's the truth. Like, if something's the truth, I'm not gonna shy away from it just because I don't want to hurt their feelings. They know me, right? It's nothing to do. It's nothing personal. It's just the way it is, right? So, no offense. It's just, that's just it. Business is business, right? I just tell people the truth on it, and if they can do whatever they want with that information, whatever. Okay, it's nothing. I'm not, you know what I mean? I think if people know the facts, and if you still do these programs that are offering 1% per day, then there's nothing wrong with that, right? You know that it's gonna, at some point, it's gonna stop paying you. But if you know that, at least you can go, okay, well then, you know, maybe it's got 2 or 3 years. All right, I can make as much money as I can. I can get my return on investment out of it. You know, I'll still come out ahead. Then it's all sweet. But there's nothing, you know, there's no. That's good for you because you know that at some point it's not going to be sustainable, right? Which I hope you understand. You know, I hope you understand that. You know, 3 years, $5.1 billion. It's not sustainable. Period. Okay. But at least you know that, and you're like, okay, now I can figure it out. I know it's not going to last forever, right? We know these programs aren't going to last forever. It's got a shelf life. Let's just make some money. In the meantime, get as much money as I can. I might walk out with it with 2 or 3x or whatever, right? Happy days, you know. I'll come out ahead. But I just encourage you to tell people that if they're gonna join your business, that you tell them the facts, that it's not going to last forever. It's not sustainable. It's like it's got a shelf life. Hey, let's make some money, but just know that pull your seat out. You know, it's just smart investing. Just pull your money out, make as much as you can, but pull your money out. But just know that if you get in this late, I wouldn't want to get into USI Tech at the end of the year. It's just too late, right? Even mid-year next year, it's too late. It's too late. If you got into it 6 months ago, yeah, you're laughing. All right, so just be smart about it is all I'm saying. And that's pretty much it. So sorry for the long-winded. Sometimes I get a bit because I see this stuff failing, continually failing, right? And I'm just like, what are people thinking, putting their money into this garbage? But then again, I understand that. That's the way they think that they're going to be successful, putting money into a program. You know, I really feel sorry for them if they think that. I did a live stream yesterday and I talked about Watched my live stream yesterday, and I talk about the real deal way to success. And I mentioned a young man who I feel is just crushing it. He's going to be a awesome, I guess, contributor to the space. So watch that live stream yesterday. So I like giving props to people that deserve it. You know, I'm not just about bringing people down or bringing companies down. People say I'm a hater or something like that. I'm not bringing anything down. I'm just calling in maths, pure mathematics. If you don't understand mathematics, go back to school. And that's probably why my viewership has gone down. But you know what? It's okay, because it's all about quality, not quantity, right? So guys, thanks for tuning in, and I'll just keep moving forward in your business is what I say. Just keep moving forward in your business. Do something every day that's going to help you find success, and one day you'll be doing your own videos. You won't be going to a day job. Okay? It's all possible. It's all possible. And when you get here, it's awesome. It's awesome. It doesn't feel surreal to me anymore. It's just normal. It's not surreal. It used to be surreal. It's not surreal anymore. Surreal is like a thing where you know you can't comprehend it. It's unimaginable, but you're there already, in my opinion, I think. But to me, I'm already here. I'm used to it. It's common knowledge now. It's the norm. It's the norm for me to make $1,000 a day. I don't even get excited over it. You know what I mean? And now that I'm here, and I'll never, ever, 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 ever go back to a day job. I will never do it. I'll hustle my ass off to whatever I've got to do to make it happen, because I will never, ever go back to a day job. Ever. So with that said, thanks for watching.